Hi, it's Sheila from She's a Sassy Lady, and I just want to show you the card that we're going to make today. I made my original card as that my husband's getting as a Valentine card. Isn't this gorgeous? Look at this. And I want to show you how we're going to make it. But look at that, isn't that beautiful? And that's a window. Now what I did is I used one sheet of paper to make two cards on actually two sheets of paper. I used an 8.5 by, or no, I did use a 12 by 12 and another 12 by 12, but it makes two cards. So what I did, and you saw from the Gypsy video with that, and how I made it, but now this is how you put the card together. And all we need to do is first apply the backing. And you are going to have to trim this back because once you put it on the fold, it's going to hang over a little bit. So you will have to adjust it and just use your scissors and cut off a little on the edge. So know that up front because I didn't want to trim it and have it not enough space showing. So what did I do with it? Right here. And you want it to line up perfect. On the top. On one side it's not just right. And see, when it folds over it's going to show a little bit and you have to trim that edge. Here, let me come in a little bit so you can see. See how you can see that a little bit? Just turn your card over. Trim that edge a little bit so that it's not showing the part that's hanging over, and just trim it off. And there's a little bit on this also. And I'm going out of camera range, I think, but I'm trying to get it closer to me. And trim that edge a little bit so that it's a nice clean edge, and then you're good. Okay, now then also you'll want the white sheet, and I'm not going to put a sentiment on it, and I'm going to tell you why. Because I want it open. I think I'm going to just put a happy birthday on it. I am so low on birthday cards, and this card can be used for just about anything. I used it for a Valentine's Day card for my handsome hubby, but it's also a great birthday card. It's a wonderful thank you card. And I just pulled out a few sentiments to show you. Let me close this up real quick here. And I'm using my zip dry so that I can move it around afterwards. And see how nicely this fits just perfect in here. But I like the zip dry because you can still move it a little bit when it's wet. Now, front of the card. You saw how I did the front of the card on the other video. Now, this just fits perfect. Before we put it on, you're going to love this. Look what I did. I took, and excuse me 1 second, I have to reach. I thought I had everything close by here. I took the sheets, you know, that you get off of your carts, one of those little sheets, and I cut it to size. I hand cut it, okay? So notice it will go over the edge a little bit. And so all you need to do is trim your corners off. Just a simple scissor cut to trim those corners. Okay. And then you're going to want to just go around the edge along here with an ATG. Make sure you get it real secure on here because you don't want it coming off. And then I also put along the body so that it stays nice in position. Okay. And then I ran this through the Cuttlebug, and I used on this one, I think I used the Sizzix swirl pattern. It had a tighter swirl. I wanted a tighter swirl than I got with the Cuttlebug one, and I prefer the Cuttlebug one, but for this I needed a tighter swirl. So I used that, and just place it on there. Isn't that nice? And then you have a nice window that you can see through. Awesome, isn't it? Got a little piece of glue down there. Now with this, then what you're going to do, this card goes together so fast, is just glue the back. Make sure you get to the edges and get everything all full of glue. See how simple it is? I love when you make cards and they're so nice and easy to do and easy to put together. You do all the designing on the gypsy and then you cut it out and it just goes together, no problem whatsoever. Although I'm off a little bit on the width of my card. I'm not quite 4 1/4 wide, I'm like 4.20. So, off just a hair. I don't know how I did that either. I have to go back and correct it. Then all you do is put this on. And I'm groping right now. There it is. I should have put my lady on first, but that's okay. And you make sure that's on. Isn't that perfect? While that's drying, we have our little lady here from Forever Yours. Forever Young, Forever Yours. Forever Young. Forever Young. Glue that down. Hubby's watching TV downstairs, and I come up here to get the video done. I've got to do another video too. But I'll do that tomorrow night. I didn't have a day off this week. Don't have one off next week either, so I got to squeeze it in. And it's been a long time since I've done a Gypsy Made Simple, so this was kind of neat to do a cool little project like this. And then I used the shadow key on this because I wanted a little of the background showing. And you just lay it down. Isn't that beautiful? Love it. I just love the way that turned out. And I have a piece of glue somewhere on this here. Ah, here it is, right here. Rub it off. There we go. Now, I think I am going to use, and I took out a bunch of different stamps so that you could see. This is from Close to My Heart. It's a Celebration, and I don't even know whether it's available anymore. Celebration, and I don't even know what the number is on it. Yeah, because there's no number on here. And I'm actually going to use the Happy Birthday on this. But there's so many different things that you can use. Example, I have a Stamp of Life, and on the other one I used You Are Forever and Always in My Heart. And then I used one of these little hearts here on it. And I actually did this heart upside down, and it gave me a solid heart, which was kind of exciting. And then I thought another one too would be nice is The Best Things in Life Aren't Things. Or just a simple thank you. This is the best things, is what this C1503, and that's close to my heart also. But what we're going to do is use this Happy Birthday, and I'm going to put it right across here. put this right underneath. And I really should have done this while it was flat, but I didn't. Put it on there. And I'm using the same color glitter paper as what my ink is. I found ink to match it, and it's close to my heart, the Lagoon ink. There we go. Lagoon. See how this matches. Look at that. Perfect, isn't it? Push down here and lift up on the side. Turn it and twirl it. I thought I got ink on my finger, but I didn't. Make sure you have plenty of ink on there. And I'm going to get my hair in here probably. Happy birthday. Cute. Very cute. Push down again, lift up. Silly me if I could ever push down on these things. Don't have fingernails. This is the week that I cut them off. And look how that runs through there. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that. Let me do a close-up for you. Look at how that card just shimmers with that. Isn't that beautiful? Don't you love it? Ooh. Zoom out a little bit more so you can see the whole card. Now that is a window card. Look at that. Thank you for joining us today. She's a Sassy Lady. Bye now.